All right, so there's a couple of tacticals. So let's get into the hangover stuff, because calling it a hangover prevention is kind of a bit of a sexy way of naming it, I guess. It's basically damage limitation of alcohol. So alcohol consumption may go up during this month. First, what a great win. Melissa, I hope you share that in the wins discussion in the Facebook group. Everybody get in there and share your wins, no matter how small. This is a very, very, very important thing to do as we get towards the end of the coaching program. And don't forget, all you guys, you've got access to me, you've got access to the group, the Facebook group and the portal for the rest of the year. And I'll probably throw in a few little Q&As and videos as we go along as well. But don't think this is the end. That community that we have built, you guys, is so strong, and we'll keep this going. Really, really important. Yes, alcohol consumption may go up a little bit, and there's probably 4 or 5 things that happen in the body when we consume alcohol, and we need to do things to help address them. And if we do those things, the impacts, we can greatly limit the impacts of the alcohol consumption. So the first thing that alcohol does is it suppresses a hormone that's created in the pituitary gland called vasopressin. So vasopressin is your antidiuretic hormone, ADH, and it's responsible for basically telling you need to go to the toilet and do a wee. So when you consume alcohol, it suppresses vasopressin, which means you need to go to the toilet all the time, even though you're only consuming this much liquid in the form of alcohol, you're peeing out this much liquid, hence the dehydration effect of alcohol. That's number 1. Number 2 is obviously that alcohol converts to sugar, spikes your blood sugars, creates loads of inflammation, suppresses your immune system, creates loads of uric acid and lactic acid buildup. Insulin spike, hurts your liver, hurts your pancreas, but we can limit the impact of the blood sugar spike, and we'll get onto that in just a moment. There's also 2 types of toxins in alcohol that have a really big impact. One are called congeners of alcohol. They are the things that typically lead to the sort of nausea impacts the following day. And then there's acetaldehyde, which leads to the headachy type of impacts and liver and kidney stress. So we need to address both those forms of toxins. Oh, and also there's the glutamine rebound. So when your body's processing alcohol, this is what disrupts your sleep and causes you to basically, even though you might stop drinking at 9 o'clock at night and then be dead to the world till 8 o'clock in the morning and getting 11 hours of sleep. That's never happened to me my whole life, no matter what time or how much alcohol I may have consumed in my life and then gone to bed at whatever ungodly hour. I still wake up at the crack of dawn, ready for the day, feeling terrible regardless. I never sleep longer. I don't know if any of you guys have that curse as well. However, so the glutamine rebound means that we basically don't get any restful level of sleep. The quantity may be long, but the quality goes down to practically 0. I have a friend who loves tracking his body and also loves alcohol, and he regularly shows me his phone with his Whoop band readings from when he's had a big night out, and it's basically, you got 0 hours of restful sleep. Well done. So there's some simple steps before we go out, during the event, after we get home, to help, whether it's, and this is the thing, I know that a bunch of you on here might just be thinking, I can zone out now because I don't really drink that much. I only have a couple of glasses and I don't go on big benders, that's for sure. However, a single unit of alcohol can completely wreck your sleep. 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, when you're at your friend's place for dinner and they're pouring you a glass of wine, I assure you that is not 1 unit of wine that is going into that glass. It's usually, there was a study done on this, and it was something shocking. It was something like 2.6 units that are typically poured when we're not using a measure. And then when people do get a wine measure out and use it, they're like, is that it? Like, is that a glass of wine? So things we need to do. So before we go out, super hydration, really important. We're not just talking about the half an hour before, we're talking 48 hours before you go out. You need to make sure you're super hydrated, hitting that 100 to 120 ounces a day for at least 40 hours before. I know you guys are all over this, so I don't need to worry about that. I know you already got that one smashed. Coconut oil. Ramp up your coconut oil for the couple of days before the event as well. Coconut oil will do the job of stabilizing your blood sugar from the alcohol spikes. Really, really important. It also is really anti-inflammatory. It supports the impacts of the excess blood sugars on your digestive bacterial balance. And will provide your body with a really stable source of energy the following day as well. So it's really important, again, 2 days before, you ramp up your coconut oil intake to maybe 2 tablespoons a day for those 2 days from the usual 1. So, but 2 a day is really, really important. Before you go out as well, the day before, you can do this for the few hours before, but try and boost your glutathione levels, consuming loads of avocado, which directly contains glutathione, but also sulfur-containing foods like cruciferous veggies, garlic, leeks, obviously broccoli and cauliflower and those sorts of things. It contains loads of vitamin C as well, but the glutathione is really, really important to prevent the toxicity of the acetaldehyde, and it also helps to regulate that vasopressin. So glutathione before you go out, really important. You can take a glutathione supplement, but if you have some avocado on sprouted brain, that'd be weird, but I'm sure someone's done it somewhere. Sprouted grain toast, that would be really, really a great option. Consuming a couple of Brazil nuts that day, increasing your selenium intake. Again, you can take a supplement. Vitamin B, really important. And turmeric. Make sure you take some turmeric before you go out to help counteract the inflammation from the alcohol processing. Exercise actually also helps when you produce ATP. This is one of the building blocks that helps produce glutathione in the body as well and convert those sulfur-containing foods into glutathione. Avocado contains it naturally. The sulfur is like the main component that the body needs to create glutathione. Exercise greases the chute, so to speak. Ideally, have a green drink, whether it's a powdered green drink or a green juice. You will see on the shelves very expensive hangover prevention products. They're usually tablets, capsules, or something effervescent you put in water. I'm sure you guys have seen those. They're basically just alkaline minerals, and you can get those from just having a green drink or taking an alkaline mineral supplement. Aforementioned friend who I'm going to be catching up with on Friday, and I'm going to be telling him, he was mentioned several times on our session when we were talking about hangovers. He's often posted me these pictures of these products going, do you think this will work? Do you think this will work? Do you think this will work? And it's like, mate, it's just minerals. It's just alkaline minerals. It's usually like some sodium, some potassium, and some magnesium in a sugary pill. Like, just have the sodium, magnesium, potassium. You can even just have some sodium bicarbonate and water. So getting those alkaline minerals before we go. During the event, keep rehydrating. Every time you have an alcoholic drink, have a glass of water. It's really straightforward. It's really simple, and it works as much as everything else combined. So many of the issues come from the dehydration. Take some supplements out with you. I know this sounds really dorky, but with each alcoholic drink, have a vitamin C capsule, have a curcumin capsule, have a broccoli broccoli sprouts capsule at some point during the night. Again, it works like magic. And then the last step is to increase the time between your final drink and your head hitting the pillow to as long as possible, as much as your body can do during the waking hours while it's utilizing glucose as a source of energy is really important. When you go to sleep, your body tends to flip from using glucose to using fat as an energy source because it wants to low energy production, low level energy expenditure, and shut down loads of processes. So as much as you can do while you're awake is important. And while you're awake, you're typically moving around, which is helping with the blood sugar mopping up as well. The next day, starting your day with water, salt, and a green drink, really, really important. Something that I would recommend if you're the sort of person that gets nausea when they have a bit of a hangover, if nausea is your thing, you are going to be so glad you bought this program just for this tip. And here it comes. Aussies will know this product. It will exist in other countries as well under different names, but Traveler Calm. It's a natural motion sickness product that's basically just ginger. They do a pharmaceutical one as well, but that's awful for you. But their natural one is simply dried ginger root, powdered dried ginger root compressed together into a tablet. A serve of that, which works, by the way, I get really bad motion sickness, particularly on boats. I do not have sea legs. I was born in Northampton. We are equidistant from all coasts of the UK. We are the furthest point away from every coast. It's why we are the industrial heart of the UK. And I get really bad seasickness. These work for it. However, upon further inspection, they are merely 400 milligrams of ginger per capsule, well, per serve, 2 capsules. You can get a powdered ginger supplement for digestion. I will put a link to it in the show notes. The recommended dosage of this is like a teaspoon. A teaspoon would be around, 5,000 milligrams in weight. And this product is 100% dry ginger root. Half a teaspoon, so around 2,500, is 4-5 times more volume than this Travel Calm product that works. Have this when you wake up. Have it again after you've had breakfast. Your nausea will disappear, and you can have it again later if you're still feeling nauseous, but it will work dramatically well. It's also ridiculously good for your digestion, ridiculously anti-inflammatory. It's alkaline. It's so good for you. If you were starting your next day with an alkaline mineral supplement or just sodium bicarbonate in water, lots of extra hydration, a green drink, and the ginger in water as well, you are going to be feeling absolutely fine. You are going to be stopping the issues associated with vasopressin, acetaldehyde, the glutamine rebound, the congeners of alcohol, the blood sugar disruption, the loss of sleep, the dehydration. You're going to be nursing your liver, you're going to be nursing your kidneys, your digestion, you're going to be removing the inflammation. It all makes sense.